Yeah.
We're back.
Salute to my compadres. We got Miles Cunningham in the building. Masculine Identity. We got Jay Roman in the building representing.
What's up?
All right.
Representing
that silverback lifestyle, man. We always represent that silverback lifestyle.
There we go.
Just the way we grew up.
If you ain't prepared, you might get fucked up around here. Nah.
Now, before we get off into this, let me just salute some of you guys that are already in the chat. That was here 30 minutes ago. Appreciate y'all. AJ Leno, Unique 79. What's up? Who else we got up in here? Maz V, period _ what's up? Duke Lux, Certified Tyrone, Renee Louisiana Red, shout out to you. Here we go. What up, Justin? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? All right.
So before we get into this, okay, we're going to talk about elevating women and pussy above you has dire consequences. But before we get into this, Miles, Jay Roman, Justin, if y'all want to have anything y'all want to plug real quick, please do so, and then we'll go ahead and begin.
Hey, man, you got that logo queued up? That new logo queued up?
I'm on that right now.
Oh, shit. Yo, Miles, send me the Anyway, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the panel, Jay Roman, Mr. Justin K. Zaggin. Thanks for having me again. Yeah, man, make sure you go to that masculineidentitymembership.com. Just like how it sounds. If you know how to spell masculineidentitymembership.com. You know, it's funny. I made that URL long pause on purpose, because it's like if you're too as a man, if you're too fucking lazy to spell out 3 words all together, then you probably not built for the masculine identity membership. You feel what I'm saying? So that's literally why. I swear to God, that's what I thought about. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just spell it out exactly what it is, and then put a fucking .com after. So it's masculineidentitymembership.com. I could go over there and get some inner game on confidence, how to build your masculine identity, how to get in touch with who you are, so you can understand who you are to get what you want. And the other thing I like to let you guys know about is the Bad Boy Membership. Go to the badboymembership.com, badboymembership.com, where you could get step-by-step tutorials on the best practices on how to date, man. Literally, like how to vet a chick, how to talk to chicks, the confidence you need to have, traits you need to strengthen as a man, all that type of shit, man. So go to badboymembership.com and get on that ASAP. Thank you guys for having me.
No doubt. Do that. This is Mr. Justin. And, if you want to find my stuff, just go to Mr. Justin _X. And all of my things can be found there in my bio. There's links to my video course, which is a complete set of videos taking you from dealing with nice guy syndrome all the way up what to do through to the bedroom, as well as building your inner pillars of who you are. And that can all be accessed. It's very competitively priced. Won't break your wallet. It's really good to do. And then if you want to do one-on-one stuff, I can be contacted through that as well.
Facts. Nice.
And this is Jay Roman, always representing that silverback lifestyle, as long as also, I definitely promote any one of these gentlemen's shows and programs, even on Sunday when they have No Game, No Theory show. If you want to contact me, I'm going to change my email. My email was the nice guy, not last. It's spelled out just the way it is. However, a lot of people weren't getting it. I put it there because you don't have to be an asshole to be a man. You still can maintain a positive spirit about yourself. However, I'm going to change that because a lot of people, they just won't get out of the nice guy, but still they taking L's as a nice guy. But for right now, it's nice guy not last @gmail.com if you want to directly talk to me. And as always, Zag, man, I really appreciate you having me on here.
Definitely, yeah.
That's what's up. Now, while I'm downloading the Miles' thing. But anyway, real quick. Again, okay, what we're talking about today is elevating women and pussy above you has dire consequences. Now, some of you see the thumbnail. You see Tyree Nichols, and you see one particular police officer, Demetrius Haley, and then you see multiple police officers, including his whack ass, beating this man to death. Now, there's a rumor, okay, and I want to address that. It's alleged And
Alleged.
I don't know how factual it is that Demetrius Haley, which is the main guy pictured in the thumbnail, that one of the reasons why he participated in the killing of Tyree Nichols is Tyree Nichols allegedly was banging his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? That's what's being said. Multiple people are saying it. And I want to make sure that I say it's alleged, okay? Alleged. We don't know how true it is, right? So when I say elevating women and pussy above you has dire consequences, it's not just about this particular issue. It's period. There's plenty of men in jail right now because they elevated a woman and pussy above them. There's plenty of guys right now 6 feet in the grave because they elevated women and pussy above them. And no woman is worth dying over, killing somebody over, getting hurt for, risking your freedom for. Okay, they just aren't. And I don't say that to begrudge women. I just say that because there's plenty of other women you can deal with. Right. Now, another thing I want to address is how weak men are a danger to the community, right? And it's not just police officers. It's any guy who's weak, right? You got guys out here who are so weak and they're so pussy whipped and they're just so needy when it comes to women that any guy that's fucking with a woman that they think is their woman or a woman that they want to eliminate the competition. And as I alluded to earlier, there are plenty of women out here. You ain't got to do no dumb shit behind no woman. And before we get into this any further, I just want to reiterate, gentlemen, if you are a weak dude, you are a danger to yourself, you are a danger to the women you deal with, and you are a danger to just society at large. It's not that serious. Y'all got it.
Facts. Well, I've been known to say that, women know who's in the leadership position. Deep down, they all know. Like, they talk a lot of they say all of these catchphrases about being independent and not needing a man and do for self and I'm woman, hear me roar and all that stuff. It's literally just catchphrases. But at the end of the day, most women know deep down that they're pretty much lost in the wind without a man. You understand? And to explain a lot of that, I have this phrase that I use, and it's a sometimes I say it for shock value, but there's a lot of truth in it. So what I say is that bitches know they ain't shit. You understand? And again, I say it for shock value, and I know that when people hear that, it's like, oh my God, he hates women, he's misogynist, blah blah blah. But if you really break down what I mean when I say that, is that a woman knows that her main purpose, like her abilities are not, they don't come to full fruition until she gets in touch with a man. Right. So literally what I mean is that a woman cannot become a mother. She cannot bring offspring unless she first consults with a man, and when I say consult, I mean in every sense of the word, right? Because it's, it's the sperm that has all the information that decides the sex of the child and all that other shit. So it's literally a man that determines the fate of a woman, through procreation and other things. So it's like when we understand that women know that their importance is dictated by that of a man, what happens is that when us as men pedestalize, or, as the title goes, elevates women and vagina or sex or whatever have you, when we elevate something that is below us, it literally turns the world upside down. You understand what I'm saying? It is a what's called a perverse perspective. It's twisted. You understand? It turns the landscape into something that can't, like, you can't really tell what's good. You can't tell what's evil. Like I remember I was watching a cartoon the other day. I watched Justice League, right? And there was a scene where they went to this different dimension, and it was Superman and Batman and a couple of other people and this other guy named Dr. Fate. And he's like this guy, he's a mystical and he understands magic and all this crazy shit. And he knew of the world that they were in. So Superman jumps up and says, I'll take point, meaning that he will lead the way because he can fly and all this shit. And Fate used some power beam and brought him back down to where they were at and was like, listen, you can't just, fly around in this space, because there's nothing called gravity. There's no up, there's no down. So if you go too far ahead of us, we may all be lost forever to infinity. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so the reason why I even bring that up is because when us as men pedestalize something that literally needs us to exist, needs us to come to its purpose, which is the woman. The woman needs a man to come to her purpose. When we pedestalize her, we literally put everything out of whack. So if we go down a certain rabbit hole of pedestalizing women, we could be lost forever to infinity. And that's what happens to a lot of guys, to where because they pedestalize a woman and their perspective is lost to infinity, they start to consider that their own life doesn't mean anything. You understand? Because everything becomes meaningless when there's no gravity, when there's no up or down, when there's no first, second, and third dimension, where there's no reference. Everything starts to lose its meaning. And if everything is loses its meaning, then that means your own life, your own identity loses its meaning. So this is why you can have dire consequences, to the point where you can have a group of officers, like I said, like we said, allegedly doing all this terrible shit and not even being concerned with their own freedom, not being concerned with human life, not being concerned with decency or their own duties as police officers, because of whatever hurt they feel from the guy possibly allegedly sleeping with his baby moms, because he's pedestalizing the woman, he's pedestalizing sex, and he's using that pedestalization in his decision making, which is why the video is so fucking brutal, because nothing has any meaning, nothing has any value. You understand? So they're willing to do the worst fucking shit because of this pedestalization. So I'll leave it there, and whoever wants to speak next.
Well, yeah, I want to say something about that, and that you're mentioning how that situation made them feel a certain way. What that was, it was just an instance that triggered something else that was much older and much deeper than that in that scenario, and that's a problem that a lot of guys avoid. Right. And they think they're too big for therapy. They think they're too big for self-introspection, where they can really, because being on the path of man with a capital M has a lot to do with being honest with yourself.
Facts.
And understanding yourself requires looking everywhere, looking under the rug, looking under the couch, right? And looking in those dusty corners, inside yourself, so that you can figure out how things came to be, because you can't know where you are you can't know where you're going until you know where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mentioned this a lot. Like if I throw you in the middle of the woods with a perfect map of those woods, and I say, okay, go to that mountain ridge over there, you're going to have a hell of a time figuring out how to get there if you can't first localize where you are on that map. So these guys will say, I want to be like that. I want to be like that, dude. I want to be like that. Oh, I want to have this vision of myself. But you can't do that until, that mountain peak. You can't do that until you can actually recognize where you are. And it's not necessarily just the surface external things outside of you. It has a lot to do with how you see yourself internally, and understanding the shit that went through in your life, either by bad choices or by things that happened to you before you were old enough to make good choices.
Right.
Definitely. I think that that's one of the biggest points I always try to make when I talk to individuals, is that you got to hold yourself to some sort of accountability. You have to learn and grow and know exactly where you at, and then map out the steps on how you got there.
Right.
And when you don't take responsibility for your steps and your accountability for the part that you played in. And really, I just think it's because a lot of guys have this ego where the ego is not even checked from themselves. Like they don't even check their own ego.
And then they want to check a woman's ego, but they're checking it from a wrong place.
Right.
They're not checking it from a place of leadership.
Definitely.
That's important that you said that.
And I just watched this thing it's so funny when you mentioned this, Zach, because I just watched this thing on Instagram this morning where this guy was calming his buddy down because his buddy wanted to go to his baby mama's house and, beat up the guy that he was dating,
Oh,
that she was dating, and his buddy had to check him like, why? Like, she's happy over there. You guys aren't together.
right.
Aren't you sleeping with this person? Aren't you doing this? And it's so funny. You could be doing something, but yet you're still mad at your baby mom or your ex-girlfriend or somebody doing something else with a guy. That's just ego. That's your ego talking the whole way. Because truthfully, you don't have a problem with it because you just did it to the next person.
Right.
And the guy asked him, he said, hey, should his baby mom, should her baby dad come and get you since you're sleeping with her? And then he said, well, I mean, if he wants to, like, are you, so, just the philosophy in your head. And I would take it as this, that a lot of guys don't know how to work and then work on themselves, and that laziness. And this is where they hide behind women and can highlight all the negative things they do without looking in themselves and saying, okay, I need to figure out why I keep having the same results. I need to figure out why I'm ending in the same spot. I need to figure out why I don't understand, my own self. Well, you haven't really reflected in yourself to even open your mind and say, you know what? I fucked up. I fucked up. I did this. It's my ego. It's that. So you can start working on yourself. And so I love the analogy, Justin, you used about that map and placing somebody where they're at. Because simply put, if you don't know where you're going, if you can't find out where you're going unless you figure out where you're at.
Let me just say this, and this also has to do with a lot of you guys, when you're out and about with whatever woman you're dating, if another guy compliments the lady you're with and you feel some type of way and you want to fight or you want to check the dude, it's the same shit.
Right.
It's the same shit. I did a video about a situation where this guy was trying to hit on this chick. Now, she was by herself. He didn't know that she had a boyfriend there. The boyfriend probably was at the bar, was in the bathroom, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So he is trying to hit on this woman, and she basically rejected him, and he walked away. He didn't try to keep going at her, but the boyfriend finds out that the guy tried to get at her,
right.
So they end up getting into a fight.
Oh.
And the boyfriend is getting his ass whooped, so he takes out a gun and kills the guy.
Oh.
Right? So my thing, and that's all over this young man complimenting your girl and trying to get her or trying to pick her up or hit on her, but you're nowhere around. It's not like you're right there.
Right.
You're somewhere. The guy literally thought she was by herself. So my thing is, and I find it funny, right? Because guys always want validation. This is why guys want the bad chick.
Mm-hmm.
They want the bad chick that everybody else want, but they're the lucky ones because they got her, right? But then you get upset when dudes hit on that chick that you want everyone to think looks bad. Okay, you can't have one without the other. If you want a bad chick, that means everybody else thinks she's bad, or other guys gonna want her. So whether you with her or not, you have to expect that guys are gonna try to get at your boo. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be man enough to be like, if she's with me, she's gonna do the right thing. If a guy trying to get at her, she gonna shut it down. I don't gotta go over there and say anything. She gonna shut it down. But what it is, this is how guys really look at it. Why are you fucking with my pussy? That's my pussy. That's mine. You're trying to talk to my pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what it really is.
With my toys.
If you really think about it, it comes down to the sex. You're fucking with something that belongs to me, and it's the sex. And I said all that to say this. A lot of guys are very emotional. Once they start having sex with a woman they're attracted to, they get really attached to the pussy.
Yeah.
So a guy talking to their woman is a direct opposition to you trying to get my pussy. That's mine. Okay. And my thing is, no woman is yours. Okay. And I want guys to understand this. Even if you are having sex with a chick and you tell her, who pussy is this? And she says, yours, daddy. What she's really saying is yours right now. Tomorrow's going to be the next guy's when he says, who pussy is this? I'm going to say it's yours. So you have to understand that a woman's body, a woman's vagina is never yours. It's hers. And whatever she decides to do with it is whatever she decides to do with it. Y'all got it.
Thanks.
It's so funny. I used to bounce at clubs, and we would look, and when you're roaming around, and 90% of the fights that ever happened in the club was over females. And, it got to the point, this one guy pretty much, it was such a big brawl because of the group of friends that came in where this girl was getting at a guy at a bar. I seen the whole thing happen. Then the guy turned around and boom, the fight came up, and then he had 10 friends. Basically, the club got shut down that night over this female in the club. But really, it's over his own insecurity about their relationship with that person.
Exactly.
If she can go out by herself, you don't think she's getting hit on by herself? So when she's with you and she goes to the bar, if you're not secure in a relationship where your lady is going to be like, oh, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm with somebody. I'm here with my man. You have a good time. I'll have a good time. If you're not secure with that, you got to defend that. You got to defend, and you're gonna use words like, and I seen the comment on here like, oh, I'm just defending respect. It's not about respect. Your woman gets hit at.
Somebody said that in here?
Yeah, one of the comments was like, "Oh, they think it's a respect thing," and to me, it's it's not about respect. It ain't about respect.
Can we address that real quick?
I'm trying to find that shit.
Respect comes from self first.
Let's see. Okay. Who said it? It was Unique 79 in one of these comments at I think 12:48 for you guys.
Oh, right there. So Unique says, panel, males who beat or kill another man over a chick carry out those actions because of them. It's a respect thing rather than a sympathy thing. Well, that's the rationale that they use.
Right.
See, and what it is, they make it about, it's not about you. It's not, see, this is what guys have to understand. I'm going to pass it back to you guys. When you're with a woman, right, even when she's getting hit on, she don't have to be rude to the guy that's hitting on her. She can have a conversation with him, so as long as the guy isn't getting out of hand. See, what guys do, they make it about them. No, what it's really about is what I said earlier. You feel threatened, right? You feel threatened because you're insecure. See, if you were secure, you would feel like, can't no dude get my chick? Exactly. And if he could, then I need to go ahead and leave her alone. But if you felt like, can't no dude get my chick, but what it is, deep down inside that you feel lucky to have that woman. Yeah, you feel, in fact, you pedestalizing her. I know you want to say something. I'm going to give it to you. Go ahead. You got it.
All right. So first of all, it's two things I want to say. First of all, I want to look at the definition of respect, right? So I just typed it in. It says a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Okay. Now, just like anything else that we ever talk about as men, we have to start with self. Okay. So even if we want to talk about respect, if you don't have a deep admiration for yourself based on your qualities, abilities, and achievements for yourself, any quote unquote respect or disrespect that you think anyone else might have for you is irrelevant. You understand what I'm saying? Because if your self-respect is on point, it really doesn't fucking matter. Because once you want to talk about respect or disrespect from other people, that's just you're just disguising validation seeking. That's all you're really doing. Right. That's all you're doing. Because let's just say I'm on this panel and I'm like, yo, K-Zag better respect me because you know what I'm saying? I'm Miles Cunningham out this motherfucker. If he don't respect me, then fuck all that. It's up to me to know who I am as Miles Cunningham. So when Zag says, hey, man, you want to do a show together or you want to be on my show? Yeah, I want to come on your show. Why? Because I know something about myself. I know before Zag even mentions it, I know what I can bring to a conversation on a podcast talking about manhood is a skill set. That's what I know about me. So that's why I agree to be on the show. Not because Zag said this or Jay Roman said that or Mr. Justin said that. No, it's because I know what I can bring. So that's where the first level of respect comes from. My own idea of my, admiration and for my abilities and my value. You see what I'm saying? So all that other shit is just validation seeking. And like Unique 79 said, they use it as an excuse to beat other people and do bad things to other people because they have a lot of the fact is that they don't respect themselves. And further than that, they don't love themselves. They have a lot of things about themselves that they really, really don't like. So they're seeking it from other people. And when they don't get it, it frustrates them to the point of violence. And that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now, the second thing I want to talk about is one of the a lot of guys don't fully understand the importance of the vetting process. And once again, shout out to the Bad Boy membership, because we have a whole entire program talking about the vetting process, which literally goes through step by step of the 12 to 18 month process of vetting a woman for a long-term relationship. All right. Or any type of relationship that you want, actually. Vetting a woman for sex, vetting a woman to be a fuck buddy, vetting a woman to be your girl, vetting a woman to be your wife. It all pretty much works the same. But let me explain what I mean. The basic idea of the vetting process is to create consistencies over time. And to create consistencies over time requires patience and self-control. What do I mean by that? The average dude meets a girl at the club, right? Maybe they might, if they're drunk enough and if they feeling each other enough, they might fuck that night. Or maybe they might fuck, that following weekend or whatever it is. But once they get together and everything clicks and the pussy feel good, the dick feel good, everything feel good, they want to jump the gun and see each other every day for the next week. They want to, let's go out on dates. Let me buy you flowers. Let me do this. Let me do it. Oh, I love that girl. She's wifey. And it's only been 2 weeks.
That's that limerence shit I was mentioning last time.
Right. Mm-hmm. So check this out. Check this out. You see how quickly she went from a bitch at the club to wifey? Let me tell you what happens in the back of the mind of the guy that gets insecure when a dude tries to holler at his chick when he went to the bathroom at the bar. He's thinking back to himself, she didn't let me earn my position, and I didn't let her earn her position in my life. So I know how quickly she could turn into somebody's girl. You understand? So when he sees that dude hollering, he's already ready to fucking attack, because he knows that there's no real basis of discipline and patience and longevity of consistency between him and that woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the guy who's been through the vetting process, the guy who's had patience and developed those consistencies over time with his girl, he knows the character of that woman. He knows that for her to take any guy seriously is going to take some fucking time. So some dude just coming up and saying some sweet nothings is not going to affect her, because he's through the vetting process. He's already filtered that woman's character to understand that in order to take a man seriously, it actually takes time. You understand? And that's a part of what the vetting process is about. And when you flip it, right? There are some women out there who as soon as they see a woman smiling at their boyfriend or their man, they want to fly off the handle and be like, who the bitch smiling at? Why you smiling at my man? And who are you, bitch? And blah, blah, blah. And no, boo, boo, and all of that bullshit. But that's because they know how quickly she went from a bitch at the club to the nigga's girl. Mm-hmm. She see the bitch smiling and she's like, oh my God, if he likes her smile within 24 to 48 hours, she could become his girl and replace me. I gotta jump on this. I gotta nip this in the fucking bud, because it don't take no fucking time.
Because 2 weeks ago, he liked my smile.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's why we try to tell you guys about the vetting process. And we tell you, and I also explain to you guys, the vetting process is not just about the girl. It's about you, the man. You gotta have discipline and patience, and let that woman earn her spot. And also you earn your spot in her life. She has to earn her spot in your life, and you have to earn your spot in her life through consistency, patience, self-control. This is why I tell guys, see a woman once a week. Give her 6 fucking days to miss you. You understand? Because if she's really feeling you, she's not going to flake on you, because she knows she only get to see you once a week. You understand what I'm saying? Have some discipline, have some time, be formulaic about the way you build your relationships, because a lot of these relationships, the reason why they end so quickly is because they started so fucking quickly.
That's facts. Let me just say this real quick. Just real briefly, I'm going to pass it to either you, Justin, or Jay Roman, whichever you guys want to take it. Let me just say this. The vetting process also, this is what guys have to understand, and Miles alluded to it when he said it's also for you. And Justin said it also regarding limerence, and y'all can Google it. I put it in the chat. As a man, you have to police yourself. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is what a lot of guys don't understand when it comes to leadership. As a leader, okay, you are responsible for managing not only yourself, but the people that you deal with. Okay. Right. you cannot manage or lead a woman if you don't know how to manage and lead yourself. So it's about policing yourself and making sure you don't rush into situations with women and you don't make certain decisions too soon before you have the proper chance to ascertain whether or not it's the right situation for you and the woman. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
We have a call too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to add in just something real quick about that. But the previous thing about flying off the handle, getting into the fight, shooting some other dude over a woman, those same guys are going to complain about how women's egos are getting blown up out there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think getting into a fight over her is going to do?
Right, but
Your direct actions are adding to that which you're complaining about.
Exactly.
All right. So,
exactly.
And then just another thing real quick about that, the leading of the self, leading of the situation requires a couple of things. First, it requires an understanding that it doesn't really matter who the person is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to knowing what you want, right? Being very clear in knowing what you want. And the vetting process is to see if they can fit into that with minimal adjustment, because everyone's
Right.
going to have to adjust a little bit. Okay. Because, women they live in their lives, it's probably going to be very rare that it's just a perfect fit. Okay.
Right.
What you don't want is them to adjust too much to be on your program. And your program has to be understood of between what your wants are, what your needs are, what your principles are. And those are the guiding lines, just like how, Christians, they have the commandments. That's the guiding framework for good behavior, right? So you similarly have to have your commandments, so to speak, to guide yourself and to guide the situations of a relationship with you, of what that's going to be like, and knowing, look, this is what I want. Then it's who can come in here and just kind of make little adjustments coming in, kind of like you got a car and you pick up your friend, and your friend likes to sit with the seat right, straight backed, and, has their seat pulled forward to the dash. That's the way they like to sit in a car. So they're going to make adjustments so that they're comfortable, but they're not going to sit there and like start changing your decor, start changing the aroma in the car, start changing your stereos. Like, no, that's too much. They're good. And if it's going to be too much out of what they want or what they're comfortable with, it's going to put them in a state of too high of anxiety.
Exactly.
And then you're going to deal with somebody who's resentful towards you when they have to work too hard to get on your program. So that's where the vetting really comes into play, is observing how they're moving alongside you and making sure, because this is also part of the management, making sure that they're not struggling too much to get on your program. And that's why I said you can't make it about the person, because if you want them too much, then you're going to make concessions on your principles, on your wants, just to have them there. And that's where neediness can really just like water going through a sandcastle. It can just totally erode the bottom of it, and then the whole thing falls apart. So you really have to have your needs and your principles and your wants on the forefront, and not be really focusing on that individual who's coming into your life.
Facts. All right.
Got the call?
Yeah. We 817. Hold on 1 second. So shout out to Unique 79 for the 10-pound super chat. He says a cousin of mine put his wife on a pedestal. He labels her a friend, lover, sister, and mother. He said he would be lost without her. Oh my God. When he told me that, I was mentally shaking my head in disbelief. Exactly, just like I did just now. Crazy. All right, so we got 817. You live on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, and city. How can we help you?
Name is the Unbreakable One. City, Dallas. Age 31.
Age 31. All right, man. Go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, and if y'all need more background on this, just let me know.
All right.
But a question I have for all you fellas on the panel, and shout out to every single one of y'all. Appreciate the show. How do you go about calming yourself down and forgiving yourself for past mistakes in a previous relationship so you could become a better man? And I mention that because you come to this realization that you look back at an old relationship and you see how much you fucked up, how many mistakes you made, how weak your game was. And even though each day, little by little, you still look back. Like, so what's happening with me is like, I'm learning a lot from y'all. I'm learning a lot from, just doing self-discovery. But then when I look back at the mistakes and I realize the mistakes which were unconscious to me, I just beat myself up, man. And I just wanted to know some insight from y'all just so I can, just work from there. And if y'all need,
well, let me say this. Let me say this, caller. Okay, we're all flawed. Okay, none of us are perfect. We've all, whether it be with family, whether it be with money, whether it be with previous jobs, whether it be with women, we've all said and or done things or carried ourselves in a way where maybe it wasn't always our finest moment, right? But you can't look back in time and worry about what you did, okay? It's hard to evolve that way. It's hard to evolve, grow, and mature as a man when you're looking back in time and you're beating yourself up, because if you're doing that, that's going to impact the present moment in time, and it's going to impact how you evolve in the future. Yeah. So it's okay to say, damn, who I was then, I'm not that person now. Okay, but you can't beat yourself up about that. Okay, at the end of the day, everybody had to start from somewhere. We were all immature. Some people are still in their 70s are still fucking immature, right? So everybody was immature. Everybody made mistakes. Everybody was probably a little more self-centered. Now, we're all selfish. Don't let nobody fool you. There is no such thing as a selfless person. You may commit a selfless act, but nobody is selfless. We're all selfish to a degree. Some people are a little more selfish or self-centered than other people. Well, they're not even considerate of anybody else. That's a whole other fucking conversation. But my point is, at the end of the day, if you felt like you've evolved, you mature, and you've grown from that, okay, look to that, right? And there's a foundation of manhood that we all need to understand. When you talk about honor, integrity, dignity, self-respect, okay, things of that nature, okay, there needs to be a foundation that you have as a man. Once you have that foundation, you feel like from this day forward, I'm Gucci, I'm good. It don't matter what happened in the past. Yeah, it happened in the past, but I'm a much better man. I'm a much better person than I am, or than I am now than I was then. And this is how people are going to know me to be going forward. Fuck who I used to be. Clear your conscience. You got it.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, Jay.
Get it, Jay.
There's this book called Learn and Grow. And I read that book. My mom gave me that book. And the term learn and grow is what I really, really like. My son came to me and he said something to me, and it kind of shook me. He said, Dad, I don't want to do this because what if I fail? And I had to explain to him that failing is nothing but the process of learning. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes that we have to check our minds on how we look at certain things. Like Zach said, we are all imperfect. We're going to make mistakes, but how you learn from those mistakes really makes the difference. It's great you're at a point where you can look back. That's one of the first steps, to be able to look back and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. But then you have to take actions on the next step and learn from it. And then you apply that as you move forward. It's not just learning something, but applying it as you move forward. So whatever you did, you acknowledge it, you let it go, and you move on. When I was coaching, we have a term that we say, last play gone, first play on, next play on. That means, hey, it don't matter what mistake you made. You got to move on, and we got to move on to the next thing. And so you're on a right path. You're on a good path to even have the question to say, I learned from this. I recognize I do this. You learn, and then the growing part. Make sure your next actions are in focus with what you're trying to improve. I'm not a Michael Jordan fan. I was a Scottie Pippen fan, when the Bulls were nice and hot and everything. But I do love one of his sayings.
Good days. He
said, I failed over and over and over again. However, that's the reason why I succeed. So Facts. The failing part is part of just learning and growing. And don't be too easier said than done. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
When you fail, understand it leaves room to grow. Like your muscle is tearing, which leaves room to grow. So that mind is saying, hey, I recognize it. Now it's time to do some actions with it. You guys got it.
Right.
Well, that failure part, excuse me, has something to do with the scope of your perspective. So if you're too zoomed in, you're going to see that failure as an ending point. Okay. If you zoom out, right, and imagine, like, you know, like if you do music, right, and you can see the waveform in front of you, you see all these peaks and valleys, right? But you zoom out, you see that's a whole part of a much larger structure. If you zoom in, you only see a couple peaks and valleys, and you go, oh man, it ended on that valley, right? No, that you're just zoomed in too far, right? Zoom out, and you see that this is part of a much larger process. All right.
Exactly.
And just accept it as part of a much larger process. The thing is learning to let go of the emotion that you have attached to it, right? Because a lot of guys, they get into a habit of beating on themselves, and it's okay to have a standard, but it comes from a lot of places. It comes from feeling like you don't deserve, right? It comes from a place of low self-worth, and not really holding yourself up in high regard, right? Which it comes down to, you know, I hate to say it, and it's a bumper sticker, but self-love, and just really giving a shit about yourself. Because when you shift into that, that's what allows you to scope back and understand that this is part of a larger process, right? When you don't care much about yourself, you get stuck in those valleys, and then that turns into a deeper trenching and goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, you know, next thing you know, you're fucking depressed. You're not doing well at work. You're unfocused, right? And it just really pulls you away. And I'll just add this about make a parallel to art. So I used to teach illustration, and a lot of my students they'd look at masterful works of art and they'd be like, wow, that's beautiful. And they have an emotional response to it. And then as students are trying to learn, so they got their student hat on, and then immediately they look at it and go, I can't do that. And they start really getting on themselves because they don't feel like they're as good enough, or they'll never be good enough to reach that high level of success. Okay. Right. And I had to constantly remind them to get out of their feelings and then shift their mind to how did they do that? Right. And get process oriented with the thinking. For like, yes, appreciate it for his beauty, but then quickly switch and go, how did that person create such a beautiful work of art?
Right.
Right. And start looking at it technically, looking at the brushstrokes, looking at the composition, looking at the lighting, looking at the form, the shadow, all that stuff. And that's how you can look at your situation. You got to shift out of your thinking and say, okay, what can I do better? And if you don't have an answer, go to somebody who you think does. Right. Any of these gentlemen here on this panel can help you figure out what can you do better by looking at it analytically, because we're not going to get into the feelings. We don't give a shit, right? We don't have the emotional attachments that you have to that situation. So we can easily look at it objectively and show you those things if you don't know the answers yourself.
Right. And everybody gave really great answers, and I would probably just be saying pretty much the same thing, just a different way. But I'll just cap it off with saying one of the main reasons why I think we need to forgive ourselves when it comes to life lessons and mistakes we've made in the past is that we have to realize that the incident or situation that happened that were, you know, like you call it, that you're even feeling bad about or beating yourself up about, you have to consider that you, at the time of the mistake, at the time of the incident or problem or issue, you didn't have the information at that time. Do you understand? You have the information now because hindsight is 20/20. But when you made the mistake, most of the reason, like 85% of the reason why you made the mistake is because you didn't really have the information. You understand? And information comes in a lot of ways. Information could just be text. It could be, you know, words, or it could be information through experience. So what you were doing at the time was literally gaining the information through experience. So it doesn't even make sense for you to be upset with yourself now, because the self that you're actually upset with is the self that made the mistake. And that self back then did not have the information. So you should be, it should be easy for you to realize that and forgive yourself. Now, one of the best ways to forgive yourself, and everybody kind of mentioned it in their in their ideas, is to be grateful, bro. Be grateful for where you are now, because the fact is, a lot of people think about this. Think about how many people in life have made mistakes, and because of those mistakes are not here anymore. And think about the fact that you made some mistakes and you're still here. So what does that mean? That means you have an opportunity to do better next time.
You can write the ship.
So that means you got to be grateful for the fact that you're still here, brother. And everybody mentioned it. You got to look at yourself. You got to love yourself. Gratitude is all of those things all rolled into one. Self-love, looking at yourself, appreciating yourself. But I'm telling you, at a baseline level, nigga, you are still alive. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's the main thing you should be grateful for. And with that being said, forgive yourself from the past because you didn't have the information. And now in the present, be grateful and just do better. And that's it.
Let me add this. And I just thought about something, caller. And I don't know if this is the issue or not. You should never look at any woman who's in your past as a woman who got away. Damn, she got away. No, everybody in your past is meant to be there. Okay. Right. Either by your hand or theirs. You know what I'm saying? They're meant to be exactly where they're at in the past. And it could be for all you guys who ever felt like, oh man, that's a chick that got away. I fucked that up, man. That was a good woman. Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, there's some validity to that. Okay, at the end of the day, all that means is you weren't ready. Okay, right. You weren't mentally, emotionally ready. You weren't mature enough to handle certain things. It's not about that one woman. It's about a situation that you weren't ready to handle it. Okay, so never look at a woman as a one who got away simply because everybody's temporary. Okay, everybody comes into your life for a reason or a season, right? And you should learn something from everyone, whether it's negative or positive. You should learn. Okay, you should learn from those individuals. You should learn something about yourself as to the reason why you placed them there. There's the reason why you placed them there. Okay, did you place them there because you were mainly motivated or governed by your feelings and emotions? That means you're fucking up. Okay, or did you place them there because you were pragmatic and you saw value in them and they saw value in you? So it was a mutual beneficial thing. Okay, see that when you talk about healthy relationships versus unhealthy relationships, what you're going to find is that the most toxic relationships or unhealthy relationships came about, like Miles said it earlier, you got into the relationship too soon. Okay, you didn't take your time to get to know each other. And let me just say this is a mistake that both men and women make. Okay, this is why I don't think men in their early 20s should get into committed relationships. It's very difficult to learn other people or to deal with other people if you don't learn yourself. Because if you are a man and you're still trying to figure your way out in the world, now you have this woman in your life. So in addition to trying to learn yourself, you're trying to learn this person in relation to you. So at some point in time, those two situations are going to cross. Because while you're learning yourself, you might realize that this person ain't good for you. But because you're so invested in that, you keep it going. Right. And then it's almost like you end up stunting your growth, which is probably what you did, caller. At some point in time, you probably got with a young lady or maybe more than one, and you stunted your growth because you didn't take the time to learn who you were while simultaneously trying to learn who this woman is. Y'all got it.
Facts. So caller, do you have any other questions or because you got some fire game from everybody, bro. So what's going on with you?
No, this is definitely solid. And this is something I'll definitely digest in the playback and such. I think my follow-up question, the final one, and this is, again, the biggest thing is I am taking action right now, even though, like, I'm not gonna fucking lie. Even though feelings-wise, I'm hurt about the situations. I know practically I need to do shit, which is what I've been doing.
All right. Hold on. Yeah, hold caller. What are you so hurt about, nigga? Like, because I don't like to hear men talk like that. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach to hear a man talking about he hurt. And I'm not trying to come at you any type of way or discredit your situation, bro. But what I'm saying is, men don't talk like that. So what's really good with you? And you said you would give us context. What's really hurting you about your situation, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just got out of a 7-year relationship back in November. What had happened was she had a close relative of hers pass away. And basically, like the following week or so, she cut off the relationship. And she was just saying all this kind of shit, you know, post breakup stuff and everything. And I haven't contacted her since then, you know?
Okay, I'm still trying to get to the part where you're hurt. You got to tell me the part where you're hurt, though, bro. Let's get to the part where what are you hurt about?
I just look back at the way I behaved those 7 years, like, and I was like, I could see why she broke it off, because I wasn't acting attractive.
No. Hold on. So if you're looking back and you're seeing certain behaviors that you had during the relationship, okay, I still don't see where you're hurt. Where are you hurt?
Like, are you feeling bad because you don't like how you behaved, or are you feeling bad because you lost the woman?
Right.
Yeah. Clarify yourself.
Yeah, that's
it's
where
both.
we're all at.
Go ahead, caller.
I think it's about losing the woman.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Losing the woman lets you check your own
Let him answer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Answer. Go ahead and answer, so we could take it further.
Basically, I didn't put my best foot forward. So initially, it is the behavior which led to me losing her, basically. And obviously, she had issues on her end. I'm not absolving her.
So again, no. Wait. Caller. So that's what we're trying to get to, though. Which is it? Are you hurt because the relationship ended, or are you hurt because you don't like the way you behaved in the relationship? Hello?
The way I behaved. Because even if it ended, knew the way I was acting. I was going to delay the inevitable. I knew we were going to.
Okay. Let me present the question to you another way. Do you blame yourself because the relationship ended?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Do you feel like, damn, I want the relationship back and I could still have her if only I behaved in this way instead of that way?
Like, if I didn't do X, she'd still be here.
It's more to answer that gentleman's question. It's more of, if I knew what I didn't know, then there would have been a better chance of this lasting.
All right, so you're still making it. You're making it all about the woman, caller.
Yeah.
You're making it all about the woman. Right, and this is why I preach having a set of principles that you live by, much like how Christians have a set of commandments that they live by. Okay, because if something fell apart going on in your life, whether it's a woman or some other dealing that it's going on in your life, whatever, and it doesn't work out, you can feel bad that you didn't follow your principles, not at the loss of that person. Right. And you're making it about the loss of the person. So that's why I said, is this about you like messing up, or is this about losing the woman? And you said both. And I don't believe that. I think it is just about the woman, because if it was partly about you, it would mean that you knew exactly what your standards were, what you expected of yourself. Like I've got a bullet pointed list of what my principles are. I know exactly what they are. So but I know you don't have that. So it's not about you when what you did. It's just you're only aware of it because of her, right?
That's some real shit.
This is an opportunity to start working on setting up what your principles are, so this doesn't happen again.
Right. Caller, listen, let me ask you a question. How good was the pussy, bro?
Yeah, was this the hottest chick you've ever been with?
Go ahead, caller.
She wasn't the best sex I had in my life, to answer your question.
Okay, all right. Were you fucking raw? No. So you weren't
7
fucking
years?
raw.
7 years.
So is she
7
hot?
years?
7 years, that's correct.
Is she hot?
She's cute.
She's cute. Okay, so she's not that hot. Hold on, brother. She's not that hot. She's you wasn't fucking raw. And she's not the hottest girl you've ever been with in your life. So what the hell are you hurt about, bruh?
Going back to what Kay Zagan said about the mutually beneficial exchange in the relationship, she brought a shit ton of value to my life.
A shit ton of value. Like, give me. You said a shit ton, so that means you could at least give me 3 things she brought. So give me 3 things that she brought as far as value.
I lost 80 pounds. I used to have like a really shitty diet and stuff. And she kind of helped me switch up and clean up my diet and everything. Okay, that's one thing. That's one thing that if you had self-control, you can do yourself. Give me the next one. We live together and stuff, and so
how is that valuable?
We would like be on each other's
Netflix account,
like living expenses and stuff. And
living expenses. All right, so you need to make more money at your career. Next.
See that?
Hold on. No, let's get the third thing. Let's get the third thing.
That's fine. No. Let me go ahead. I'll say it. Before I met her, I was like a real asshole, like real belligerent and stuff. And then she's taught me more of a. All right.
Stop. Just stop. Caller. Let me tell you something. You the type of. How old are you again?
31.
And you've been with her for 7 years. So that means what? You was what? Like 24? Like 24 when y'all got together, something like that?
That's correct.
Yeah. You don't know who the fuck you are, bro. You have no fucking idea who you are. You got with her at a young age and you really didn't know who you were then. And then you got with her and she influenced you heavily. And you allowed a woman to influence you because you had no idea of your identity. And you thought all of that was value. Now, I'm not saying there was no value in it. You understand what I'm saying? But all of the things that you're saying she brought to your life as far as value, you should have been doing yourself. This is what we talk. This is exactly what Mr. Justin was talking about when he was saying you should know your standards, the bullet points and your standards for who you are as a person. So if you know you want a certain physique, if you know you want to be at a certain weight, you should be responsible for that. If you know you want to have a certain budget and lifestyle and expenses and whatever, you should be responsible for that. You see what was happening with you is that you allowed that woman to come into your life and supplement when she should have been complimenting.
That's some real shit. Real shit.
That means there were things missing from your life and she came in and she filled a few of them. So now you're thinking she had all this value when the truth was you just weren't doing your job as a man for yourself to begin with. But, anybody else got anything to say?
No, this is what I want to say. Oh, go ahead. You got it, Jim. You got
it. Just for people just joining in, and for the caller, she supplemented your leadership that you should already have intact. And what happened was when her relative died, she realized life is short and she's still with you. And she had to make some changes.
Lord.
And the thing is, right now, I don't think you really understand how the words exposed you to the panel right now, because at first we thought you were on the wavelength that you realize your mistakes and that you're ready to work to improve those mistakes to move on. But the words that you use lets us know that it's really not about the mistakes. It's that the mistakes led to her leaving. And so you do realize there's mistakes, but you're still caught up on her, like Coach Justice was saying. And that's where we're saying, no, you shouldn't be caught up on her. You should learn the mistakes. You should be happy that you don't have any kids right now, right? Where you're breaking up a family. You should be happy that the fact that, you know what, you recognize certain things, but it's time to change the mental. What we're saying is you can't be added to her program. That will never work.
Right.
You have to add somebody to your program to complement you. And you should have the discipline, the drive to handle all the things you said that she was handling. You should have that for yourself.
Exactly.
So you know what to work on now. You got to work on getting those things for yourself.
Yes. I'll add this real quick. When she lost that family member and she began her grieving process, you know what she realized? She realized that she was supplementing all the support that she actually needed from a man with real leadership. That's what she realized. Because she came into your life and she gave you so much. And then she realized that she was with a man that didn't have 100% that she can lean on. So now as a result of her losing someone, she realized, wait a second, now I need support. But I've been supporting this guy for 7 fucking years. And now that I actually need support, I can't get it from him. So I have to leave him. Do you understand? I just wanted to add that real quick. But go ahead.
So, and let me just say this to the caller, and everyone touched on it. You didn't realize your quote unquote inadequacies. They weren't exposed to you until the woman left you. And then you look back on some, hindsight 2020 shit like, damn, she left me because I did this, I did that. But if you actually had standards and principles, once you went against the grain of those standards and principles, you would have knew right away that you were fucking up. You would have knew instantly. Like an example would be this, caller. Let's say your woman did something to upset you. Okay, instead of you pulling to the side and be like, hey, let me explain something to you. Don't you ever do that shit again, right? Now, let's say you got standards and principles, and part of that is you just being a calm dude and you have that calm leadership. Now, let's say you got bent out of shape and you got emotional. Hey, bitch, don't you ever do that shit again, you stupid bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just started talking to her like that, right? You would have realized right when you called her out of her name, I fucked up. That my standards is I don't talk to women like this because I don't allow women to talk to me in a certain way. So I'm going against my own standards that I have set for myself. How can I expect this woman to respect me when I'm disrespecting her? So it would have to be something that you notice right away, that you're stepping outside of yourself. You're stepping outside of your standards and principles. You never had any, which is why you didn't know that you were fucking up until the woman was gone.
Facts. So call it. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same thing you were about to say, Miles. Like, what's your viewpoint now as far as you understanding what the coaches here have expressed to you?
Yeah.
No, everything that y'all mentioned is the absolute truth, especially like now. It was just more like, man, I didn't have anything set up. I didn't have any like standards or principles. Even during like the breakup, phase and everything, I did lose my cool. And then I told myself I need to be like,
I know you did.
Like I did.
Okay, did you cry?
Yes, I did.
And I didn't say that. I'm not trying to make fun of you. Okay, the reason why I'm asking is because a lot of guys, when they are in your situation, when they lose the chick, they lose themselves because their whole life was centered around the woman. Right. So when you lose the woman, you feel like you're losing a piece of yourself, and that's why you cry.
Hey, caller, and I'd like you to be honest. How do you feel about yourself, bro? Like, how do you feel about your life? Like, if you had a, you know how people say a woman is the beauty of a woman on a scale of 1 to 10. How do you feel about your life on a scale of 1 to 10? Your life, your identity, who you are as a man or as a person. Give me a number, 1 to 10.
6.
6. Okay. All right. Well, that's just an indicator of the work that you really have to do, that Jay Roman was alluding to. You understand? And I want to explain to everyone too that there's a growing number of young divorcees out there. You understand? Because a lot of people are getting married young, and the reason why they end up divorcing is that they didn't know who they were to begin with. So it's the same. It's a similar situation where it's shout out to Efosa for the 149 super sticker. People are incomplete. They're incomplete people, and they're getting together. and they're supplementing each other. But then there's a certain point in time where you're growing and changing as people, and you're becoming who you actually are. You understand? And you know, and I think K Zagan mentioned it too when he said that your growth was stunted. You see, you weren't a complete man when you met that woman. You understand? And the growth that you were supposed to get was stunted by her supporting you for the 7 years. So you didn't get a chance. You didn't have a reason. You didn't have a reason to actually build on yourself. You didn't have a reason to stop eating so much and work out more, because you just let her dictate that part of it when you should have been doing that on your own. You understand? You didn't have a reason to be more ambitious about your career because she was living with you and supplementing your lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't have a reason to fucking, calm down and try to be a better person and work on your stoicism and controlling your emotions, because she would help you with that automatically. So you leaned on her. Do you understand everything?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So this is why we talk about how as men, we have to realize that everybody else is dependent on us. Everyone is depending on us. You have to be in a place of strength. You have to be in a place of strength. You have, like how Superman has his fortress of solitude. Like he has to be able to stand alone as a complete man, as a complete human being, and then invite someone else into his life. Because all women, whether you want to, you see a lot of people love to, believe and subscribe to this shit. There is no such thing as an independent woman. A woman's being is the epitome of interdependence. You have to realize that. Do you understand? So if you're not 100%, if you let a woman come into your life and start dictating shit and start putting down her, her values and stuff into your life, you're headed for disaster. You understand? And that's what you're experiencing now.
Caller, did you play football before? Have you ever played football?
Yeah, I played football and wrestled.
Okay, so there's that grind of practice, right? And working out, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So you go to the gym, you hit the gym, you work out. It's an everyday thing. There's a team goal, and you're attacking that team goal. But then when you get older and you're no longer playing any college ball or anything like that, right? So now you're out there on your own, and you still got to work out, not to have the goal of a game, but for your health now. So were you the type of guy that stopped working out, or did you continue to work out? Because there's a difference. There's right some now, guys. Say what?
No, I see where you're going. Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead. Did you continue to work out, or did your workouts become sporadic and stuff? Like they weren't as focused?
Right now, like I'm consistent. At the time, whenever I met her in the beginning, it used to be sporadic, but then towards the middle of the relationship, that's when I laid out that foundation.
So, and that's one of the points, and I think you can see where I'm headed to. What happens is after that, after you don't have that team rah-rahing you on and inspiring you and keeping you focused, there's some guys that left the team and they work out every day still. Those were the guys that was pumping the team to get stronger and to get better. Those were the guys that you needed to keep your drive up. You supplemented a drive, your own drive, for her drive. And the point is, you got to have your own drive. You got to continue to work out for you. And you got to have the mindset that you're not working out for a team, you're working out for yourself. So you're not working out for the relationship. You're not working on yourself for anybody else but your drive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, caller. So listen, man. Did you have any follow-up questions? Because I'm gonna move on to the next call if you're good.
No, you gentlemen laid it down well. I appreciate it. I'm starting from ground zero, but I'm looking forward to the journey. I appreciate each and every one of you.
All right, man. Appreciate you too. Thanks for sharing your story. And it elicited a lot of great information from, out of all of us on this panel. So we appreciate you as well. Have a great day and, continue your journey, bro. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. So we got 248. You're on live on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's up? This is the realist.
The realist.
Michigan.
What's going on, man?
Michigan.
How you been, man?
You from the D out there?
Hold on, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Say that again.
Yes,
From
we
the
can hear
D
you.
out there.
Okay. Yeah, it's cold in the mug out here. The D. But I got a situation related to the topic. I just wanted to get y'all input, see if y'all can shed some light on the situation for me.
All right.
So I'll admit, recently I did elevate a woman over myself. My number two, like recently, she just like last month around January just stopped responding. She got distant and all that. So, I was texting her, trying to get up with her, trying to see what's going on, this and that, doing a bunch of other shit. Like,
so you were texting, you were texting and double texting and getting no response?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. Keep going.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, I was doing all that. I cashed after like $10. I was like, look, I miss you. I know you mad at me.
You cash after money? You cash after money. And she wasn't responding?
I did. Sure did. Well, this is the thing. She responded after that. So.
Oh, she responded after you sent her the money.
Did she ask for more?
The 10, I was like, I know you mad at me. You said what?
Did she ask for more money?
Nah.
Yo, the realist. First of all, I just want to want to thank you for being so transparent because, bruh.
Y'all got this. Y'all got this.
All right, go ahead, the realist. All right, so you cashed up to $10. She finally responded. Then what happened?
So then, she was like, look, I got me and my ex, I got trust issues, this and that been going on. So I was like, look, all right, you know what? Let me tell you out. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on. So I did that. We talked. We smoothed everything out. So that's where we at. That's my number two. She been fooling, dog. Yeah.
Okay, but what's your question though? Like, what are you trying to figure out?
So this is the thing that I did all of that shit, but the reason that she said she stopped texting me, like we've been talking for like 4-5 months. She said that like I was too just sexual with her. Like she didn't like the casual thing. Like every time I only hit her up to fuck. And,
okay.
But
wait.
So I'm like,
the realist. What is your question?
What's up?
What's your question though, brother?
My question is, in this situation, right? I don't smooth everything out right now, but it's like, how should I proceed with this?
Okay, so when you say you done smoothed everything out, what does that mean?
Like I said, like I took her out, we talked, she said her piece, I said my piece, so like we smooth, we moving forward now.
You moving forward? Have you smashed again?
Nah, I just saw her. I just saw her yesterday.
You just saw her. You just saw her yesterday. Did you try to smash? Did you mention smashing?
Nah, I mean we kissed, we did our little thing like that, but we had homework to do and shit. So
okay, now have you set up a time to smash?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I mean, smashing not important like that. Like I can do that.
No. Hold on. Okay. All right. Cool. Smashing is not important. Okay. So what's important then, the realist? What is actually important to you? What do you want from this situation?
Like I see she got a lot of value, and that's the
wait. Hang on, caller. Miles' question was very clear. It said, "What do you want?" And the first thing out of your mouth was "she" instead of "I."
Get him, Justin.
So
rewind and answer that question. Miles said, "What do you want?" You don't know, do you?
I mean, I want her long. No, listen the thing. I want her long term. Like, she a good number 2 to have. Like, I want her long term. Like, I want more than just sex from her, obviously. But I do want her long term, like, as my second.
Okay. Are you on the Bad Boy membership?
No.
No. Okay. So you don't know nothing about the vetting process and certain things that you can do.
I mean, y'all talk about it in there.
No. But you've never listened to the program. You don't really know the details of the vetting process, do you?
No, not intricately. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, how long has she been on the team?
Like 5 months.
5 months. Okay.
Yeah.
What is have y'all spent the night?
No, we ain't done that.
Okay. Have you fucked raw?
How about we do what?
Have you had sex with her raw?
No.
Okay. Have you taken her to dinner yet?
I ain't took her to dinner. I took her to get like lunch or shit.
Okay. Now, do you know when as far as moving along, do you know when you like to start taking them out for dinner and going out? Or you just play it by ear?
I check the vibes. It's how we moving.
Okay, all right, cool. No problem. So my question to you is, it's been 5 months. My question to you is, you've been messing with her for 5 months. So my question to you is, does she seem like she the type of chick that deserves to include dates for when y'all meet up to smash?
Yes.
Okay, so why haven't you implemented that yet?
See, because this is the thing. I remember you and Lucario specifically talk about for a few months y'all supposed to just smash and do all of that shit.
Right.
So I was trying to do that shit with her.
Okay.
And she wasn't feeling that shit. She was like, look,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Has she brought any value to your life to the point where you feel that she deserves to be taken out? That's what I'm trying to ask you, brother. Because the lessons that we teach are a general guideline. You still got to make decisions for your own fucking life. That's the bottom line, brother. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why. That's why we tell you to get on the fucking Bad Boy membership. Because niggas like you, let me tell you, guys like you get on the free and you listen to all the free content and you're basically freeloading. But all you're getting is general guidelines. You're not getting the detailed shit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you fucked up, because you listen to the free content and you trying to make decisions off the free content and you fucking up your relationships. You feel me? But the question is, has she done anything for you? You said she got a lot of value, but whatever. You could just be saying that. If you can you break down what kind of value this woman actually brings to your life? Has she done anything for you to make your life enhanced? Has she done anything to enhance your value?
Specifically, no.
Okay. All right. Now,
and not only that, is she doing anything to add drama, stress, or anything that is discordant?
No, she don't bring any drama or stress.
Except you not answering your phone calls, you sending money,
right?
You're saying that pleases you.
I mean, I wanted to do that. Like, I felt like
you wanted to message her 10 times without her getting back to you. That's what you wanted to do.
You wanted to send her $10.
Like, that made you happy.
Yeah, I wanted. Yeah.
No. The lack of communication from her, that made you happy?
That didn't know. No.
Okay. So let's just look at the facts now.
I don't even think he knows why he wants a number 2.
She hasn't necessarily shown any value or enhancement for your life. And then up until the other day, she decided to reduce her communication with you. But for whatever reason, you still want her to be on the team. How does that work, Dorillis? Tell us.
Well, again, like she said, if I'm only hitting her up to fuck, she like, dude, I don't want to do that. Like, that's what she told me when I just her out yesterday. She like, dude, I feel used. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like I'll know when you text me to call. Like I know what you want to do. And
All right,
hold on 1 second. Did you tell her why you're doing what you're doing? Because women like just like men, when we're doing something, we like to understand why we're doing it. And I'll tell you what, whys are incredibly powerful. They're incredibly powerful for introspection, to look at your own behavior, and they're also really powerful for explaining things to a woman so she can have a clear picture if she wants to be on your team, right? Mm-hmm. So she has a clear understanding, mm-hmm. and you say, listen, this is my plan. I'm having you in my life in this probationary period so that I can suss you out to see if you're a good fit for my life in a longer term. It's going to take about 6 months to however, whatever your particular guidelines are. But I would say at least at the very base minimum, 6 months. You say, listen, I'm going to be taking the next 6 months to assessing your behavior. At that point, I'm going to make a decision if I want to keep you in my life. If you don't want to be here, you are free to not be here. You can go if you want to, right? I'm not here to shackle you to my life. I want you to feel like you want to be here. Right. And it's okay if you don't. And she'll take that and really appreciate. It might not be the flowery words that she's wanting to hear, but I guarantee there will be a certain element of respect for you laying it out for her and giving her the free will to choose what she wants to do. Mm-hmm. Instead of just fucking every now and then she's wondering, what are we doing? See, that's why they have those questions. What are we? Where are we going? What is this? What are we doing? It's because it's a huge mystery to her, and she's just coming over, having sex, and she has no idea why. Right.
But the realist, have you been consistent with your behaviors with her? Meaning, do y'all meet up to smash once a week, and it's been consistent, or what?
Yes.
Okay. See one thing.
Well, it was before.
One thing you have to understand about certain situations is that not every woman is going to make it through the vetting process, bro. You understand? Because there are a lot of women out there that they can have a temporary attraction, right? So, and this is a part of the reason why the vetting process is so important, because why would I vet you for a long-term relationship if you can't even last 6 months? You see what I'm saying? Because you have some women who they'll have sex with you, but they have sex with you for because they have an agenda. You understand? They're not having sex with you simply because they enjoy having sex with you or because they simply enjoy being in your presence. They are fucking you because they want they want some type of title, or they want this and that and so on and so forth. They have an agenda. So her explaining to you, talking about, oh, well, I'm not that kind of girl and this, that, and the third. She's making it about herself. She's showing you that she has some type of agenda, and it's up to you to say, well, okay, I have to do things based on my program. And if you're ready to leave because you don't like my program, then it's time for you to leave. You understand? Just like Mr. Justin just said, you can't shackle her and you can't control her. There are women out there, they can put up with certain things for a certain amount of time. Like, bro, I've had situations where I've had girls on the team, and the sex is bomb. Every time. I'm talking multiple orgasms every time. And then one day you hit them up. Hey, what's up? Trying to see you this Friday. You free? No answer. Mm-hmm. And they just fall off, bro. It happens. It happens. You could be fucking them and everything is great for months. And then all of a sudden they just fall off. Now, what you're going through is the fact that you're pedestal, like you said, you said it at the beginning of your call. You said you're elevating this woman, and the fact that you've elevated her makes you feel like you think you're losing something. You're not really losing anything, but in your mind you are, because you're pedestalizing this girl. You understand? You literally pedestalize her by calling her your number 2, even when she hasn't shown any value in your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, Miles, can I tell y'all the converse how to, like?
It's not necessary. It's really not necessary. This
Not
is all about you, not the conversation back and forth that happened between the two of you.
right.
You literally came out and said, "I'm putting this woman above me." And when you put someone above you, they have no choice. Even if they don't want to, they have no choice but to look down on you.
Right.
And
Exactly.
she might even be wondering, why the fuck is he putting me up here?
Right.
I've done nothing.
Right. Why did he send me $10? Why does he keep texting me?
Exactly.
Have you told her she's your number 2?
I mean, she knows that I have another woman.
Mm.
When I hear this, that makes me think of the Austin. Was it Austin Powers with the number 2?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who does number 2 work for?
Yo, the realest man. Look, sometimes you just gotta accept when the ride is over, bruh. You understand? Like the fact that you had to text her so many fucking times and send her money. Like, is that the type of relationship you really want to build from now?
I mean, I didn't have to send her money. I chose to do that. Like that's
that's a weird ass choice.
Bruh, come on, the realest. Come on, bruh. Stop fucking around, bro. All right, forget the money. Forget the money. How many times did you actually message and call this chick, bro?
She was giving me like the 1-word responses. I would text her. I would get like a 1-word response.
So what does that mean?
How many times did you text? How many times did you text her before the first 1-word response?
Before the first 1-word response, I texted her once.
You text her once, and then she gave you a 1-word response.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing today? Good.
And caller, you tell us, what does it mean when she's giving you a 1-word response? Come on, you know the answer.
I do know the answer. She didn't want to talk, but I knew the reason why she didn't want to talk. And
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is she doesn't want to talk to you. Leave it alone.
So yeah, why do you want a girl that doesn't want to talk to you, bro?
That doesn't want to talk to you.
Because she doesn't want to talk to me because she feels like I'm using her. That's
okay.
Why.
The realist. This is Jay Roman here. All right. This is Jay Roman here, man. And I got you, but I want to ask you a few questions though. Okay. Do you want a relationship that instead of when she's mad at you, every time she ghosts you pretty much and don't talk to you to the point where you have to pay her money? Is that the type of relationship you want?
No.
Okay. Right. Then why is she around?
Because that's the one you created.
Again.
No. Don't say again. Think about what you just created. You just let a woman who didn't want to talk to you because of a disagreement. She could have came to you and said, "Hey, this is why I have the disagreement with you.
Right.
Can we talk about it?"
Right.
But she didn't do that route. She ignored you, 1-worded you, and then when you sent her money, she finally came to speak with you. That's the relationship you just created.
Right.
Is that good for your vetting process? If you were vetting her, because it sounded like you didn't really vet her, but if you were, would she survive your vetting process with this behavior?
That's a good question.
No, the answer is no, but you're too afraid to say it because you don't want to let go of the pussy, bro. The realest, why you act like you got so much fucking game when the truth is that you don't? You a young motherfucker who don't know who he is. You put girls and pussy above yourself, and now you're trying to hold on to this bitch who don't like you no more, bro. Why are you trying to hold on to her so bad?
Do your friends feel like you're the man because of the amount of women you take down?
While we on this call, she actually just texted me.
So what? So what? Her just texting you right now because you on the call negates all the ignoring and the 1-word answers and all of the bullshit from before?
Again, I'm calling because
I should have said what I was doing the first time. Like, y'all got it. Y'all got this.
I'm not even that type of dude.
What you wait again? What? Say it again. I missed that. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, I'm not even really that type of dude. Like, I like to do more things than just fuck women with a woman. So we talked about that. That's the reason why she stopped responding and all that. Like,
but bro, listen, if a woman is down for what you doing, she's not gonna have an issue. She's not gonna have an issue for the fact that you just fucking her right now. Yeah, if she likes you, she gonna stay in there. That's what you don't understand, the realist. You're now look, a bitch is threatening you, and now you getting ready to change up your fucking game for her. Now you getting
when she texts you.
Now you getting ready to you know what she basically did? She went ahead and held the pussy hostage and said, I'm not gonna move any further unless you start taking me out and treating me like more than just a fuck buddy. And now the realist, you calling us to try to figure out how you can move forward because you really just want to switch the game up because she threatened you. She's a fucking terrorist in your life right now. She's switching up your whole fucking program. You ready to throw everything out the window for this girl. And you yourself said she added no purpose or enhancements to your life. So why are you? Why?
Yeah. What the fuck did I miss?
No. You missed a lot.
And Miles wondering why, or wondering how he can keep her in his life without conceding to her demands.
Right.
And that's not game.
That's not game.
That's just being on defense and trying to figure out how you can get what you want with the least losses.
Right.
Like the fact that you brought her up in the midst of conversing with four men. You're like, oh, by the way, she just texted me right now. Do you think any of us really care? But you cared enough to bring it up.
Yo, you making her super important right now, bro. You fucking up bad, the realist.
And you know she didn't say anything sexy. Like, hey, baby, what are you doing right now? Can we get together? I guarantee she was not like, can I see you type of energy? I need to see you type of energy. I guarantee.
And it's a lot of energy for a number 2. I just wonder what you're doing for number 1.
God. He said, what are you doing?
Oh, Jay.
That nigga's a cutter. Look at that wrist. He probably got razor blade cut all over his motherfucking wrist for number 1.
Wait, so she texted you just now. What are you doing tonight?
What WYD tonight? Question mark.
Right. Now like dealing with women who can't type complete sentences.
Yeah, that irritates
me.
Yeah,
I don't all that abbreviation shit. I don't like that shit.
No, that's a young crowd. That's how the young people do it. Young people do it. So this is your opportunity to really to set up the next
moment to give her more money.
You trying to send it. Yo, the realist, the only thing you could do, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only thing you could do is keep smashing, bro. That's the only thing you could do. But another thing you can do is, and again, because this happened, I wouldn't really let her move on in my life. But since you really love her like that, you know, because you're obviously in love. The only thing you can do moving forward is to give her more things to do. You understand? Like
she's gonna force him to make her the number 1.
Wait. Just so I can understand what the fuck y'all talking about. What happened with this babe?
Here, let me sum it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me sum it up. Basically, he's working on number 2. Number 2 said, all you call me for is to smash. Then she stopped talking to him. So he started begging for the puss again.
He said
finally he sent her $10, and then she spoke back to him. And I guess things are all cool as long as he don't bring up smashing anymore. As long as he don't act too horny to getting it, he might luck up and get it one of these nights.
Right.
Because he went so many days without asking for it.
Right.
She running you. All right. So real quick, and I know y'all talked enough about this situation. So is he still on the line?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay, so the realist, let me ask you a question. Okay, and you got to be honest because we're trying to help you figure out what's going on. Outside of just wanting to have sex with her, what else have you done? What else?
That's what I haven't done anything really. We went
okay,
out.
No. Okay, call it. Realist, let me help you explain what I mean. as a man, because we talked about this in the beginning of the joint, we're talking about leadership, right? When you are a man, right? When you are a dominant, authoritative, masculine, assertive dude who's very transparent, what you do with all the women that you deal with, you dictate the pace and the flow of the interaction. You basically set that woman's expectations for how things are going to be fucking with you. So if you are dealing with a woman who had sex with you at least once, and then all of a sudden she's telling you all you want is sex, that means you never adequately set that expectation that that's all it was going to be. You gave her the misleading impression it could be more than that. So what did you say and or do to give her that misleading impression? Think about it.
I mean, we like I told them, we went out to lunch. Like we talked, we kicked it a few times. I mean, we done all that shit.
Okay, so hold on. So stop right there. Stop right there. How many times have you guys had sex?
It's been 5 months.
Nah, they've been smashing for 5 months.
But you can't mention sex no more though. You can't.
Okay.
You can't go off of that.
Okay. So the realist. Let me help you out. And this is what all you guys listening need to understand. If all you want to do is fuck, nothing else. You don't talk to the chick about her day. The only time you should be talking on the phone is to set up a sexual rendezvous. The only time you should be texting is to set up a sexual rendezvous. You don't talk to her about her dreams and aspirations. You don't talk to her about the first time she broke her leg and whether it was a plaster cast or a fiberglass cast. You don't talk none about that, right? So what you did is you spent a lot of non-sexual time talking to her and hanging around her. And what guys tend to do, the realist, whether you are conscious of it or not, right, is you introduce non-sexual intimacy. Non-sexual intimacy could be taking showers together, spend the night together, walking down the beach with the moonlight shimmering off the water's edge, holding hands, having intimate conversations. Women love all of that type of shit. So once you start to introduce that, now pay attention to what I'm about to say. Once you start to introduce that non-sexual intimacy, and you're also taking her out on dates, when all of that shit centers around sex, the woman ties sex to all of that shit. So what happens is you cannot have sex with her just for the purpose of her wanting to fuck you. Now you have to do something for her, right? To make her want to have sex because you introduced all of that shit in and around the sex.
Mm-hmm.
It costs $10 just to talk to her.
Yeah,
I just wonder how much it's going to cost to have sex with her.
Exactly. That's not really what happened. We've just been fucking for these 5 months, and that's why she.
No. Hold on, wait. The realist. Hold on. Let me get him. The realist. What? You have to be honest with us, bro. You just said y'all went out a couple times. You took her to lunch. Which is it? Y'all just been fucking, or you went out a couple times and went to lunch and you fucking? Which is it, bro?
No, okay. I'll put it to you like this. Just say if we've been together 10 times, 8 of them we were just fucking.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I don't even talk to her.
All right, now, hold on.
Want to do this.
Listen. Now, the times when y'all went out to lunch or whatever, y'all smashed, right?
No.
Oh my God. No. Listen, you have to smash every. Oh my God. That's you see. Yo.
That's where he fucked up.
The realist. I got you. They don't understand.
No, hold on one second. The realist. Now, the time within the time, the 5 month span. You said it was 5 months. Y'all been seeing each other, right?
Right.
Okay, the times that y'all went out and went to lunch, were they sprinkled across, or was it early, or was it later on in the 5 months? I got to know this.
I mean, maybe the first month we were together, we went out. Then 3 months we was just meeting up to do that, and then the 4th month once, and then the last month.
Hey, the realist. I got you. I understand. You seen her, you wanted her. So you went ahead and took her out on dates, and to try to get her, you got her, and now you smash. You really just wanted to smash, but you did what you had to do. So now you just smash it. And then next thing you know, she was like, "Hold on, you did this in the beginning. You stopped, and all we doing is smashing. So I'm not the type of girl just to let you smash. And so you like, what? And next thing you know, she disappears. And then you gonna text her, cash app her $10. And now she's talking to you again. And now everything is all good because she just texted you. You got a little giggling on the phone. And so everything is all right. But what we're trying to tell you, what they've been trying to tell you is, number one, your energy level is all off for somebody that's claiming that she's your number two. Either you want two relationships or you want a number one and a number two, because your verbiage of number two is different. Because us men on the panel here, we got a different version of what our number two does. Our number two is not going to be taken out and doing all this stuff like you're doing with her. And then she came back and was like, I'd like you to take me out to dinner or do some stuff besides sex. Look at me for somebody besides sex. And you said, okay, I like to do other things too, like go bowling. But now you can't do as much because you got to hide your number one from your number two. And even though she knows that you see other people, she don't know it's like that.
Right. Yo,
be honest.
She knows it's like that. She knows it's like that.
The realest, you lied though, bro.
Two relationships then.
You lied though, bro, because you said y'all been just fucking, but you took her out. And then the sad part is, because let me tell you something, it wouldn't be so bad if when you took her.
To take her out.
No, stop, Dorillus. Just stop. Just shut up. Because you swear to God you got game and you don't. That's why you call us all the time and you won't get on the Bad Boy membership. But anyway, you the times that you took her out and you didn't smash, that was a big fucking mistake, bro. Because smashing has to be a part of seeing each other. No matter what you do, you could take her to the moon, but when y'all come back from the moon, we smash. Then I release you back into the wild. You have to smash every time you see them. It's a rule, bro.
Call her, and it goes back to what I said earlier about setting a woman's. Hold on, listen to real. Listen, because we're trying to help you out because you still don't get it, nigga. You comatose in this bitch. Look, listen. It goes back to what I said earlier about setting a woman's expectations. It's not just you saying shit to the woman. Women don't listen to the words you say. They follow your actions. Okay, what you're showing that woman with your actions is you're inconsistent. Because this is what you're doing. You're like, oh, I just want to fuck. I just want a sexual relationship with you. Then you take her out. Not only do you take her out, but when you do take her out, you don't fuck her on those days. Okay? Then you want to go back to a sexual relationship that doesn't include taking her out. Women will call you out for that. You can't do that. Okay? So if you're going to well, let me just say this. If you're going to introduce taking a woman out, number one, do it because she's earned it and she's worthy of it, right? But you can't introduce it and then take it back. It don't work that way. Okay, women will call you out on that. See, this is what you did, and I like to refer to it as door number one and door number two. Behind door number one is just dick. Behind door number two is dick and possibilities. You introduced her to door number two, dick and possibilities. Once you took her out without having sex, what you are saying is, you can kick it with me, you can hang around me, and you ain't got to fucking suck me. So now she is saying, oh, if we can do it those 2 times, how come we can't continue to do it though another 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times?
Yo, that was fun. I enjoyed going out to lunch.
Yep.
Right? Let's do that again. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of just coming, seeing the inside of the apartment, and then leaving. You know?
Yo, this girl don't like
I just want to say real quick, I'll reiterate this. It's really simple, okay? Just tell her why she's there.
Right.
And let her choose.
Right.
Okay.
Fact.
If she enjoyed the sex, she's going to want to stick around. Right? If she understands why you're doing this and say, listen, because I'm considering you for my number 2, I strongly advise you not to call her my number 2, but just give her a semblance of like why you want her in your life. Then you can just make it very crystal clear to her. So there's nothing for her to assume, to figure out, or wonder about. And then you just let her make a choice.
That makes sense.
And just be direct with her. Say, hey, listen, I want you here for this. The reason why I'm doing this is because X, Y, Z. It's that simple.
But your actions gotta match what you're telling her. Okay, if there is a difference, that's inconsistency. Yeah, and not only that. See, caller. Let me tell you why you ain't got no game, right? Because if you really had game, if she wanted to kick it with you non-sexually, she would be funding those outings. she would be paying for it, but she wants you to pay for it, which means she really doesn't value that much. She don't value you.
She did pay. She paid several times, Dad. Several times we went to lunch. She paid.
Wait. No, you said you took out twice. Now there's several times? Nigga, how many times did I go out?
He's a liar, bro. He's a fucking liar. I can't
just text her back. Write your safe word on your wrist. Just test her back. Write your safe word on her wrist, and she can't come over unless she has that safe word written on her wrist.
Yeah, let's let this guy move along because he's being honest with himself. He's not being honest with us.
10 times, 8 of them we did something. Yeah, that's not what I said.
Oh, wait, you said if y'all went out 10 times, so y'all went out 80% of the times. And those times that y'all went out, y'all didn't smash.
No, I said if we went out 10 times, I was giving an example. 8 of them we smashed and 2 of them we went out.
Oh, we just went out and did stuff.
That's
okay.
The example I gave.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So he went out several times over the course of 5 months, and on those times you didn't smash.
Times.
Yo, why? Yo, you gotta smash though. I don't understand.
Well, cash out her $100 and see what you get now.
Miles, it goes back to what I said earlier. So let's go with what he said. He said, hypothetically speaking, we went out. If we kicked it 10 times, we smashed 8 of those times, and 2 of those times didn't involve sex. But 8 of those times that we smashed, there were dates. So what I said earlier stands true. You introduced kicking it with her because you weren't just fucking. You introduced kicking it with her, hanging out with her. So now all of that shit is associated and is tied into the sex. So for her, no, you can't just fuck me. You got to take me out first. That's what I'm saying.
And you lied too because you was like, we just been fucking. Didn't you say that, the realist? Isn't that what you said? We just been fucking?
No, I definitely didn't. I said we.
Oh my god! I want to play this shit back. The realist, nigga. I want you to have it in your mind and tell the truth when you call to ask us for information, bro. Because number one, you're not on the Bad Boy membership. Number two, you freeloading, and number three, when you call in, you lie. You fucking lie, bro. Like you said. You just been smashing. And then all of a sudden we went out to lunch. And on top of the fact that when you took her out, you didn't smash. Because
I'm going to ask you the original question. Let's cut the contents. Don't even matter. You called originally and said she wasn't talking to you. You text her. She texted her. You paid her $10 and then she talked to you and things are back better. Okay. That was the original statement. And so we'll go back to the original statement. Are you comfortable that every time that you guys have a disagreement, you have to pay her to talk to you?
You set a precedent.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do. I'm not.
No, answer the question. Are you comfortable with that? Yes or no? Answer the question.
You guys are going to disagree on some other stuff. It's human nature. Everybody, you're going to disagree on something else. So every time you guys disagree, you got to pay her $10 to talk to her.
Are you comfortable with that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
No. Wait. Okay. No. That wasn't the question. Hold on 1 second. Let me
Go ahead.
Really need him to answer this fucking question. The realist, that was not the question. The question is, are you comfortable with that?
No.
Okay, well, you need to let this girl go then, bro. That's what you need to do. Zach, go ahead.
No, let me say this. What you?
He's 23,
24.
23.
What you did, and Mr. Justin hit it right. You set a precedent. This is what you did. You created a situation where with you and her, where it's transactional now. Yeah. You created that. Okay. This is why. And we talked about this earlier. This is why you have to have standards. Okay, and you have to stick to them. See, the reason why it got to where it got, the realist, is because you have no standards. You are a pussy fiend. You'll do anything and everything to get some pussy. Pussy runs you. And once a woman realizes that she can control you with sex, she won't respect you. This young lady realized she can control you with sex. Do you not understand that? Is this nigga there?
He's there. I don't know why he's not answering. The real
another caller.
The realest. Yo.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, what happened just now?
The
He was
realest.
texting her.
Do
On,
you
Zach,
not understand?
I'm in the
Listen to me,
hospital.
the realest. Okay. Once a woman realizes she can control you with sex, she won't respect you, and whatever attraction she had for you will diminish. This is what you're seeing from the young lady you're dealing with. Do you understand that, brother?
Just hit me, Zach. She just hit me up asking me what I'm doing tonight. Like, I don't think the attraction.
Did you send her $10, nigga? You said, oh my God, this nigga still don't get it. Hey, listen, we gotta let him go. It's still going over his head. He still don't get it.
All right,
Yeah, man.
just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the realest. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. Because since she's texting you back, asking you what you're doing tonight, that means you're in the clear, bro. You good. You know, you don't have to change anything you're doing, bro. You're good, bro.
You might find out you're her number 2 too.
Should I go see her tonight or no? Should I go tonight? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And write your safe word on your wrist.
But please, if you go see her, can you please smash from now on? Every time you see her, be prepared to smash, bro. Seriously.
Yeah. I'm with that. I'm hit.
All right. Well, good luck to you, bro. Good luck to you, man. And really, I really suggest you get on the Bad Boy membership, man, because you know it sounds like you need it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'm good, man. I'm good, but I appreciate.
So why you?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
The realist. If you're good, then why are we on the phone with each other right now, bro? If you're good.
I mean, again, I want insight on how I should.
We gave you insight.
I have an idea. I just want.
No, we gave you insight, and everything we said, you pushed to the side.
So the ideas you have include texting, double texting, and sending a woman money to talk to you. Those are the ideas that you have.
And debating if you should go hit or not.
I wanted to do that. I did it. I mean, it's working out for me. She wants to see me. We talk. We smooth things out.
Okay, so sending a woman $10 just for her to talk to you is good to you. That it makes sense to you because it's working out for you right now. Yes.
See, the thing is, it's not about the money. I sent her.
No, bro. I want you to really pay attention.
Oh, you sent her more money before?
No,
you sent her more money before?
That I sent her. And she's
you
never
sent her money before.
This is what y'all. I've never sent her money before.
You've never sent her money before, but you've done it now, though. You've done it now, and that's that's based on your ideas.
So the realist, you think this will be the last time she asks you for money? Do you really believe that?
Yes. Yes, she's rich as
fuck. She didn't even ask him for it this time.
So why are you talking to us, the realist? You don't need us, bro. You got this game on lock, brother.
Because again, look, I respect y'all opinion. I want y'all insight.
Yo, our opinion don't mean shit, bro. You got this on lock, the realist. Your name is the realist. Fuck what we talking about.
My opinion is you're 23 years old. I hope you learn and grow from your process. Mm-hmm. You got 4 cats telling you, I don't know if you should be behaving like this. I don't know if this is the road you want to go down. I don't know if you want to continue a relationship with somebody you had to pay $10 to talk to. You're going to make your own decisions. That's great. I understand. You got your own mindset, and that's good. Cool.
Well,
I don't know what we can say at this point.
But if her price is $10, that's a cheap bitch. $10? I mean, that's her price.
Yeah.
Damn.
But listen,
she ain't got no class about it.
I want to say something about, like, just not directly to the realist. Like, this is just for any guy dealing with people, right? But namely women. How everything you say and do is basically training them what you expect to see and what they can expect from you.
Ooh.
Everything you say and do. So if you're inconsistent, you're showing them that they can expect you to be inconsistent. If you're consistent, they can expect to see that you're being consistent. If you're doing things and it's new, right? Such as sending them $10 when you never have done that before in your life to that person. that's a new bit of information. And to take that in and say, oh, okay, so this is something that this guy does, right? So you're training the people around you, not only, what you expect them to do, because if you're accepting certain behaviors that you don't like, you don't say anything, you're not checking anybody, you're not bringing anything up that you dislike because for fear of losing someone, then you're training them to behave in a certain way, right? And not only that, you're also you're training yourself to follow certain patterns without ever having to check what you're doing, right? So like, I don't know, it's probably going to be over your head, but look into Pavlov and understand that like how behaviors and repetition can basically train people into, how they're going to, how they're allowed to address you, right? How they're allowed to come at you and what you're going to accept for yourself. It's, I understand you're young, but just everybody listen, just understand you need to pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth and the actions that you take, because it will dictate how things move forward. That's all it is.
Yep.
Right. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'll let y'all go. This is the last thing I'll say, because I've been on here too long. I got to get back to my clinical. I sent this bitch $10. She rich as fuck. The $10 don't mean shit. I know she like coffee. I sent $10 with a note. I know you mad at me, but I miss you. Go get coffee. I know you like coffee.
You see, that shit right there. That shit right there. See, caller, this is what you're doing. You're trying to rationalize and you're minimizing goofy fucking behavior. You know, Mr. Justin just said it. The shit that you're doing, bro, this is what you don't realize. See, you're minimizing what you're doing. You don't understand the type of impact that has on how the woman views you. You think it's a meaningless thing, but bro, that inadvertent behavior and that mindset of, it's not about the amount of the money. See, when you think about simping, it's not about what you're doing, it's the why. Why are you doing the shit that you do? The why is more important than the actual action.
Yeah, why did you do it? Just tell us that. Right. Why exactly did you do it, bro?
Because I wanted to do that.
No. Yeah, it's understood that everybody does what they choose to do. We are asking why. What was the motivation in your mind? What made you decide to buy her coffee and put a note about you missing her and all that shit? Please tell us.
Yeah, because this is my thought process during the whole thing. I kind of got an idea why she not texting me back now, why she don't want to get together and everything. She thinking that I'm using her, whatever the fuck. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I ain't text you for 2-3 days. You ain't been responding anyway. You know what? I'm gonna just send you this little thing to let you know that look, I do fuck with you. I do like you. I do care about you. And I know you like coffee. Here, take this 10 on me. This is $10.
Wait a second. So she's upset that you only want her for sex, and then you pay her. So basically, you're treating her like a whore.
How did I treat her like a whore?
You basically gave her money so you can continue having sex with her.
It's not about that. See, it's not about that. I don't want to do that with her. That's what y'all don't get. I get it. I don't
No. Caller. No, this is what you don't get. See, in your mind, because you think one way, you think your actions don't portray something different. You think your actions and how you think are aligned. They're not. Okay? Because you keep saying all you want is just sex, but you're telling her, I miss you. See, you're doing things to give her the impression that she can have more than just sex with you. Do you understand that? Because this is what you said out of your mouth, that she had an issue. Listen to me. You said this, that she had an issue with you just wanting to kick it with her just for sex. So this is what you're doing. Although that's what you really want, now you're trying to prove to her, no, girl, it ain't like that. Here's $10. I miss you. Can't wait to see you. So now what you're doing is you are giving her what you think she wants, which means you have no standards, because if you did, you would just give her what you wanted to give her. And what you're doing, the realist, without understanding it, is you are going into the territory of dealing with her on her terms.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of dealing with her on your terms. Well, that's
All
why
right.
you lose, bro.
Yo, look, we gonna let you go, bro. We gonna let you go because the real is, you don't ever concede. You don't ever realize that you fucking up. So it is what it is, bro. You have a good day. We appreciate the call. All right, brother.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Take it easy. This nigga, he calls in knowing that he's fucking up. Then when we tell him where he's fucking up, he's like, nah, that's not it. But guys, we gonna be on here. You know what, Zag, where you at, man?
I just had to step away for a second. Same with Jay.
Yeah.
But just real quick, you're right. Way early on, when we were talking about accountability, learning, growth, learning how to take the L's within yourself. That's actually what allows you to progress to, make the M in the word man bigger for yourself.
Facts.
Right? If you're constantly avoiding, if you're constantly making excuses, if you're constantly deflecting, you're never going to learn, because you're literal. That's the literal definition of holding yourself back. When you prevent yourself from feeling the oh shit, I fucked up. Right? Well, I'm not doing this right. I'm keep getting the same results over and over, or things are stagnant and they're not going in the direction that I want them to. If you're resistant to the lessons, if you're resistant to what is really inside you, if you're really just quiet and honest with yourself, the truth is sitting right there in front of you, right inside you. Right. And people have difficulty with that, so they got to call into shows like this and have us, expose it for them. But if you're still resistant to that, you're never going to get anywhere. You're not going to grow. You're not going to become the person that you want to be. And you're literally standing in your own way. That is what standing in your own way is, right? By definition. But guys, it's 3:30 for me now. And, I got to get going. Got some things here in the house that I got to do. But I just want to wish everybody a wonderful weekend. Thank you once again for having me on. And
yes, sir.
I appreciate
I'll see
you, brother.
guys on the flip side. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
all right,
sir.
Mr. Justin, you take care, brother.
All right. Being on the show, man. All right. Take it easy.
Have a good weekend.
All right. All right, so that's why I was asking you to come back, Zag. I killed the phone lines because it's that time, but we could do some questions if you want to do the questions, because that's what we got a couple questions that we're gonna run through right quick. There's another one in there, yeah, right, William Keem, right? So yeah.
Okay. So this guy right here, D Money, says, does weak come from your mindset and lack of work? Because today most people are lazy. Yeah, being weak, everything starts in your mindset.
Right.
See, this is what guys got to understand. How you view yourself and how you view the world and how you view yourself in the world has a lot to do with whether or not you have a weak mindset or a strong mindset.
And be cautious, because there's some people that lie to themselves. It's where they have a strong mindset, in which they have the thoughts to do things, but don't carry out the actions to do them. So you're just lying to yourself, because your mind controls the movement of your body. So on one side, you can think of things to do, but are you carrying it out? And it still shows that you're still weak-minded, because you don't have the drive to continue to finish the actions that you should do in your mind. So it's all tied together.
Exactly. Everything comes from the mind. So, next question.
Yep. All right, here we go. So Brandon Webb says, does pedestalizing women stem from mommy issues? I mean, it could. But I'm not going to say that guys who pedestalize women, that if you look into their history, that it's all about mommy issues. It could, but it's not limited to just that, in my opinion.
I'd say it has pedestalizing anything above yourself has everything to do with self-love and the lack thereof. You understand what I'm saying? So whether it's mommy issues, daddy issues, you were bullied as a child, whatever the fuck, the bottom line is, it's something that you're uncomfortable with about yourself. So you put something else above yourself. So that's really all it is.
I think at certain ages, we got to get off all these issues. Oh, this happened to me when I was 3. This happened to me when I was 12. You're 40-something, you're 30-something years old. You have plenty of time to work on yourself, to realize, to get counseling, to get help. So no, I think that these guys are growing up in an era where they always believe that she is something to have, be adorned, and getting out of their way and realizing that I have to be a man that attracts, instead of a man always trying to be attractive.
Right. Exactly.
There you go. All right. So One client says, what are your thoughts on a woman that been smashing for a month, wanted to take me to Nashville for my 40th birthday? Here's what I'm going to say. You have to be very wary of women who want to do shit for you, especially when it comes to trips, right? You have to be very, very mindful because if you just been smashing her, see, y'all guys are funny because y'all keep talking about all y'all doing is just fucking. If all you were doing is just fucking, at what point are y'all having conversations about taking trips? At what point did y'all have a conversation and she knows how old you are and when your birthday is? I just want to know.
These niggas is fucking the game all the way up, bro. All the way up. Because and I'm so glad I said this because it's a Miles Cunningham quote. Your language exposes you, motherfucker. Just by the questions that you ask, we know that y'all not on the Bad Boy membership. We know that y'all don't know game. Y'all fucking up. This is why Steve the Dean be so ready to fucking cancel niggas as soon as they call in. Because we already know that you ain't got no fucking game. And niggas get mad when Steve say shit like that. But it's like, it's evident. Now, listen, you only been fucking this woman for a month. How you trying to go on a trip with her? You only known this person for a month. A month. Yo, let me tell y'all something. I saw this movie one time. It's called Fresh, right? This lady.
Dope movie.
This lady meets a guy in a fucking supermarket. After 2 weeks, this nigga says to her, hey, I got a cabin my family has a cabin up in the woods and I want to take you up there and we could spend some. They only known each other for 2 weeks. The nigga brings her up to a cabin in the woods and makes her some hot chocolate and shit. And this bitch is sipping the hot chocolate. Then all of a sudden, the room starts getting fuzzy. And then she's like, and he's like, hey, what's the matter? Are you okay? And then the bitch passes out. She wakes up in a fucking dungeon, shackled to the wall. And this nigga's getting ready to harvest her fucking organs to sell them on the black market for people who love to eat human flesh. And they pay a premium for human flesh. The first thing he did was cut off her buttocks and sold her buttocks to some nigga for like $10,000 per buttock.
Bro, god damn.
That's the new meaning of selling ass. God damn.
God.
Serious. Yo,
what type of movie is this?
Yo, this movie is ridiculous because he literally keeps these. He games up these bitches. Cause he's a good looking dude, right? And he got charm and charisma and shit. And he games these bitches up. And he literally keeps them alive and amputates them piece by piece and keeps them alive. And the reason why he keeps them alive is so the meat is as fresh as possible. Understand? What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And y'all niggas want to spend the night with a bitch after only knowing her for a week, 2 weeks, a month? Bro, even if it's a rule of mine to not spend the night until after a year. And even that is still risky, my nigga. Are you kidding me?
See right there. She said she's going to Nashville and mentioned that I should join her since it's my birthday. See, look. See, William Kim, this is what I would have to ask you, right? Because I want guys to understand something. If all you're doing is smashing and nothing else, you're not having any other type of conversations with the woman. Women typically won't go this route with you. Typically. There are outliers, there are exceptions. But if you've been talking to her on the phone about everything under the sun except sex, if you've been spending time with her where you weren't fucking, then she's going to feel compelled to do shit like this because she's going to say to herself, I like this guy. I don't have a guy to go out on a trip with me except for him. I think he might be a guy I can do this some fun non-sexual shit with. So you have to ask yourself, why is she asking you, and what did you do in or say to make her feel like she could ask you some shit like that?
Yo, listen, William, why are you asking us any questions? It sounds like you want to go, so just go, bro. Nashville is a great little town. You know, make sure you go to Hattie B's and get yourself some hot chicken, hot Nashville. Right, and Graceland. They got Graceland downtown. Get yourself some Nashville hot chicken at Hattie B's and have a good time, bro. You good, bro? The game is obsolete, bro. William Keem. Go, man. Have a great time, man. Spend the night, fall asleep for 8 hours in front of a stranger. Do you, my nigga?
Wait a minute. I have a quick question. William, because I just noticed some inconsistencies in your statements. Because you said she's going to Nashville and mentioned that I should join her since it's my birthday, but you said she wanted to take you to Nashville. Nigga, which is it? Which is it?
Niggas be lying. Niggas be lying.
I think that some guys got to realize that, yo, stuff can happen. Like, I was very uncomfortable in a younger age when women would stay the night. It didn't feel comfortable to me.
Right.
And then when I stayed at their house or something for the night, it still didn't feel comfortable. I'm stuffing my wallet in my shoes, putting socks, hiding my wallet.
You see?
You know, I'm just doing certain things that, you know, because I really didn't know the person, but staying the night. Why? I don't know. So after a while, you stop doing it.
Yo,
a lot of guys get caught because they don't know how to tell her to go home. You know, because they feel a certain way. If you're comfortable by falling asleep in front of somebody, which is the most vulnerable time you can get a man, right? When he is asleep or fixing him something to eat and putting some poison in his food or something like that. But if you're comfortable with doing that, then hey, there you go. Have a good time. But you got to ask yourself, like we've been saying on this show, the why matters. Why would she invite you? Why not? Now, if you guys are older, I don't know the age of this guy. If you guys are in your 60s, you know, stuff like this happens different in the 60s and 70s. I'm not too many of y'all are afraid of dying and stuff. Y'all just trying to take trips and enjoy your life. I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying?
They got them black widows out there that be in them old folks' homes getting them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
So, but you know, for the most part, keep it safe. Y'all gotta keep things safe. Keep it safe. Yeah, every situation ain't gonna be the exact situation, but let me keep it safe. Bro. I don't like to dictate and go on trips where they've already set up stuff because I feel like I'm not being the man and moving the way I want to. Right, you already got to, you know, plans on what you're going to do.
Right, so, you're not in you're not in a leadership position, man. And another thing I like to do, me personally, man, I try to, when it comes to dealing with females and certain things, I like to live my life on prison rules, you know? So when a bitch try to love bomb me, try to buy shit for me and try to take me places, I deny it, bro. Like, so, and when I say prison rules, you come back to your bunk and you see a pack of cigarettes or a pack of cookies on your bunk, you smack that shit off and let niggas see that you smacked it off and it fell on the floor in the hallway of the cell block, so niggas could see, nah, I didn't take that. So that means I don't owe you nothing. You understand? A lot of the times these chicks they have an agenda and they try to love bomb you because they want to move into the title of girlfriend faster than usual. Because they know niggas ain't got no game, niggas ain't got no discipline, niggas ain't got consistency. So they want to become your girl as fast as possible. They want to get that title because they have an agenda. You guys got to remember your game and say, look, a bitch ain't going to be my girl until at least a year. So I don't care what you do. You see what I'm saying?
Well, let me go ahead.
I'll tell you this, man. The moment that I realized, okay, I got to stop this, I woke up one day and the girl was cross-legged, sitting on the bed, staring at me.
Oh,
like literally just staring at me. And then she called me by my first name. I got a unique last name, and when I played sports, everybody calls me by my last name. Even I got 6 brothers, right?
Right.
But they call me by the last name. My mom calls me by my last name because people would call the house always asking for me with the last name.
Right.
So I know she looked at some mail to even call me by my first name.
Wait, she went through your shit, nigga. What you saying?
Hey. So I already know. And then when I woke up, I kid you not, she was cross-legged, sitting on the bed, looking at me sleep. And I looked, and I was just like, and what's so crazy is the sign was there because the night before she was asking me questions like I had a light on me. In fact, I was like, look, you ask me one more question, you're going to have to show me a badge. She was just riddling them off questions. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, hold on. After that, I already have feelings about people staying the night or me staying the night at their house. But after that, I just learned. Like that was my eye opener. Like, boom, I can't do this no more. I can't. You gotta go. Everybody gotta go. What? I can't stay the night? No, you can't stay the night.
Bro,
I gotta feel comfortable like that.
Jay Roman, I went out last night, right? And when I was about to leave, I got multiple credit cards. I had my credit cards and my passport and my ID sitting on the counter. I said, wait a minute, just in case I invite a bitch back here, let me take my credit card pass, let me put that shit away, right? And not just leave that shit out, right? Now, I had no plan to let no chick spend the night, but what if I left that shit out on the counter and I went to the bathroom real quick and left her in here?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And she decided, oh, he got a few credit cards. Let me just take one. Maybe he won't notice it's missing until I'm long gone, right? So I'm up here. See, this is the problem. Guys think just because they are attracted to a woman and they're ready to smash, y'all automatically bestow trust on these women. I don't understand this shit.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
And it was eerie because before I opened my eyes, I felt it. Like I felt the eerie feeling. And so when I opened it, and I mean, she was staring, like non-blinking, staring. I was like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Hey, you're so cute when you sleep." And I was just like, "Yeah. All right, well, I got to do some things before I got to go to work." It was Saturday. I didn't have to go to work, but still, I got to get out of here.
Right.
Like this ain't cool, you know. So that movie Misery tried to warn us when we was younger, but hey.
Yeah. Hey, let's get to this other question so we can wrap it up. So John Jackson says, how do I respond to a female who says she has to check her planner, or I guess he means she has to check her planner before we said the first day she's still on delivered?
Hey,
She's not she's not interested.
It's weird that a woman says, I got to check my planner. Look, let me tell y'all something. When a woman is really interested in you and she really wants to see you, she will cancel shit for you.
Facts.
Like literally, she might have a plan to fucking go out with her girls. She will cancel on her girls. Okay, look, gentlemen, I want guys to understand something, right? Women, unless she is a business owner of multiple businesses, she got a bunch of clients she has to see, women know exactly what their fucking plans are like. Don't let women fool you like they so fucking busy, like they don't know what the fuck going on in 2 days and shit. Don't believe that shit.
Look, he tried to say she's still on delivered. What he means to say is she left me on red. She's not into you, bro. Leave her alone. Don't. How you respond is don't. You move on to the next joint. That's it.
I want to know what he said to her prior to, because I do know sometimes if you act too busy, right? If you're a man and you say your world is busy, and then you try to arrange something, she's going to act like her world is busy too. Like, oh, let me check my calendar. And even in that essence, why would you even want that energy where you're trying to match back? Like, no.
Yeah, she's for that shit. But Jay Roman, I bet you it's not that deep. He probably just matched with this chick on a dating app, tried to set up a date, and then she was like, "Oh, let me check my planner. I'll get back to you." You understand?
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
You know what that is? That's the equivalent of a woman saying, "Maybe we'll see."
Maybe we'll see.
She just worded it differently. That's all.
Let me tell y'all, everybody under the sound of my voice. As far as online dating, if you ask a woman when she's free to meet up, have drinks, whatever, and she says anything along the lines of maybe, probably, let me see, let me check my schedule, any of those things, any of those type of things, you can call that a day. You can leave that alone and move on to the next one. But let's go to the next joint by AR. He says, can you do a reaction on a new Tom Bailu video on masculinity? It would be cool to see how I react to it. It's called The Number One Reason Men Are Struggling. Who's Tom Bailu? Any of y'all know who Tom Bailu is?
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Is he on YouTube? Let me look him up. It says Tom Bailu.
Yeah. BILYEU. Y'all never even heard of it.
I'll be honest, sometimes for me and watching other people's stuff is that, you know, there's a few things when they come off and they mention women when it concerns men, it kind of throws me off in the first place, because just the energy of that always being the case. Like, there's people insisting that women are still the goal in every action that is done, I'm off a little bit. But you know.
So you said you're familiar with him, Miles?
Huh?
You heard of this dude? You familiar with this dude?
Yeah. Oh, so it's okay. Okay, so this guy, he does YouTube videos, and you've seen him before because a lot of his video clips have like he does motivation. He does interviews with people, and it's like motivational. Like he's interviewed Kobe Bryant. He's interviewed a couple other people. I've seen his shit before. His name is Tom Bilyeu. I didn't know it. I never knew his name because I always saw his shit on shorts and reels. So I never really knew his name. But yeah, I've seen it before. I've seen this shit before, and yeah, I'll check out the video. Maybe I'll do a response. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see.
That'll work. Let me just add this on the way out the door. Hold on. Let me get that off. Gentlemen, when you're trying to offer a date or set up a date, outside of a woman giving you a resounding yes, let's do it. I'm definitely interested. That sounds good. Don't fuck with her. Okay. Never let a woman put you on the back burner and make you wait for her to give you an answer. Don't do that.
That's
because I assure you, once you do that, what you're doing is you're saying whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, however you want to do it, I'll be waiting on you. Just let me know what's good. And as a man, no, okay, you tell women what it is you're trying to do, and either they cool with it or they're not. If they're not, if they give you any type of hesitation, they make it a challenge for you, leave her where she stands. There will be plenty of women who won't do that to you.
Facts. That's a big fact, man. Yeah, man. Well, real quick, guys, remember the masculineidentitymembership.com. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. The latest video on the Masculine Identity Membership is about overthinking. So, that's what we do. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. So the latest video on the Masculine Identity Membership is called How Overthinking is Stopping You from Developing Your Masculine Identity. So it's basically break down overthinking, why you overthink, and also gives you action steps on how to stop overthinking so you can make more progress in developing your masculine identity. So make sure y'all go to masculineidentitymembership.com to go check that out. Also, go to badboymembership.com where the latest video on that is 21 traits of something, but it's a real deep video, and y'all know Lucario is always coming with the game, man. So go check out the Bad Boy Membership, badboymembership.com. And once again, appreciate you, Jay Roman, appreciate you, K Zagan, for having me on the show as always, man. And shout out to the chat and all the callers. It was awesome how every call, literally went with the topic. It's like I'm amazed how that happens all the time. How
it does seem to happen, right? How
the topics, and then the people who call in, it's like whatever they're going through at the time goes right with the topic. So that's really dope. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys, and that's pretty much it for me, man. Appreciate it.
Well, let me say this. Don't forget, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
April 2nd, 2023, in NYC, New York. Miles and Lucario have put together a fire joint for y'all titled Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man seminar, right? They're featured. Myself, Ron Wills, and Taekwondo, we're going to be guest speakers. Get your fucking tickets. Hit up Miles. Also hit up Lucario on their Instagram joints. You can get the tickets from them directly. Be there.
Right. Exactly. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Jay Roman, you got it, fam.
Just always appreciate being on the show. Callers, appreciate you guys calling in, and encourage other people to call in and call in early. I think Miles does a great job of navigating the calls and hosting with the show. So call, be heard. As you see, it can actually open up a lot of stuff that other people are going through because guaranteed you ain't the only one. So, like always, man, Zach, thanks for having me on here. And of course, check out the Real Game No Theory show tomorrow with these gentlemen and others. And that's about it, man. Enjoy the Saturday.
Yes, sir.
We out. Appreciate y'all coming on. Like the video on the way out this motherfucker. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Peace.